Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you Monday, March the 3rd, March the 23rd, the year 2020. Let's talk trading. Walmal method, day 18. It's still day 18 because it's before 2 p.m. my time, so we haven't switched over. And we've got Walmal on the line.
How you doing, guys?
Okay.
Great day trading.
So, boys and girls, remember that these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine and Walmal's. So, trading's risky. You could lose all of your money. If you're seeking trading advice, financial advice, investment advice, seek it from an accredited financial professional. That way, if you take their advice and lose all of your money, you know you took the advice from an accredited financial professional instead of a bunch of guys with funny names who post videos on YouTube. Okay, boys and girls and non-binary traders, remember, you do not lose any more on any particular trade than you're willing to lose. We're at the top of the hour, and it looks like the Walmal method is signaling a short here at 1610.
And I got in actually at that level.
And
so we'll see what happens. I'm already out. And I picked up on that trade. Let me just go look it up and see. I picked up 11.1 on that trade in less than a minute.
So, you see, the thing about this system is it's very simple. You see where price is, you take the trade at the line, you have a stop loss, and that's it. I mean, there's nothing more to it. And that's what most traders have a hard time understanding. They think they can do something, but Walmal, tell them what we were talking about the other day about the heart beating. Put your spin on it.
Well, I think it's just funny that a lot of times when we're going into a trade, it's funny, before we get into the trade, our hearts are fine. We have no problem. We have no, there's no emotional response. There's nothing there. And
the video stopped. Go ahead.
Okay. Before you get into a trade, what happens is that, you've got plenty of time to think and plan things out, and you have a rational mind. Your mind's not running at, 200 miles an hour, and you're able to go and figure things out, what you're going to do. What are you going to do at this level? What are you going to do at that level? And know when you're going to get in, know when you're going to go and exit out, and you can go and do things in a way that's, I don't want to say automated, but you can do things in a way that makes sense. Because once you get into the trade, now there's money on the table, and now, true, if you have your risk management in place, your heart shouldn't go up. But if you got a lot of money on the table, there's an element that's still there. But if you got everything, figured out where you're going, and when when you're going in, when you're getting out, there should be no trepidation at that point in time. You know what you're going to do.
I agree.
And that's what we need to do. As traders, that's what we need to do. Trades go against you. Okay, they go against you, and you lose some money, and then you make some money up. And the TheRumpledOne and I were trading earlier today, and I took a loss of about 11 pips, and 3 trades later, I was up by 1 pip. That's going to happen. But at the same time, right now, at this point in time in the day, I'm up. You just saw I went and just grabbed, more than 10 pips on that one trade in less than a minute. So you got to keep your confidence and know where you're going to go in, when you're going to get out. And, I looked at this trade and I said, you know what, this particular trade, I'm jumping in at that level, and it's got a very high probability of going all the way down for at least 10 pips. I set my take profit at that point. Earlier in the day, I was getting out 3 to 5 pips on almost every trade because we was swinging back and forth. But this particular time was sort of like, you know what? This looks like it's going to go all the way down because of where things are looking like to the left of where I'm at. And that's why I did what I did. If you notice, he could have gone and did it a second time. Just now, he could have dropped all the way down to 6,000 or 1.16 again. And I could have picked up another 10 if I was paying attention. But again, don't get mad at that because that's trading. And look at here, we are already down another 5. We would have jumped in a third time.
Yeah, I know. And one of the things, boys and girls, I've been working on this on the new indicator here, the TRO 2020 above, below, and between. And what I've been focusing on is the between. And when I see like it only closed once or twice between a level, I know to go ahead and take a trade out, because it's going to probably trade outside of that level. And right now, just so you know what's going on here, the M1 means we're analyzing M1 bars. Okay, we're at the M1 time frame. But what we're using is, we're also going to be using what I call the we're going to move the triggers. So for example, if price gets above 10, then we're going to see this number here become 10, and this will be 20. So that it's pretty much dynamic. So right now, I know about 50% of the time it was going to close between these two. So that's a coin flip. Is it going to close between here? Is it going to exit? So you can see now between the 1590 and the 1600, it's about, once again, it's pretty much a coin flip that is going to close between. And then it tells you how many times it crossed below and crossed above, and how many times it actually closed below and closed above. And it's just giving me an indication, you know, do I want to get in at this level or do I want to wait? So see right here, you can see it's kind of congested. But you can see here, this was open. And so that's what we're looking at.
Let me go and add to that. I went short again at 1.16, or the 6,000 level there. And because that was sitting at 50%, as soon as I went and hit 3 pips, I got out, because you know, it's a coin flip at that point in time. Take what I can take, and you know, yeah, it could keep on going, but just as likely it could go the other way, like it did.
Yeah, and the other thing, Walmal and I, we've been trading for about an hour on and off this morning, or maybe 2 hours by now. Yeah, we started at 6 o'clock my time. And we've been saying, oh, we could have had this, we could have had that, but it's like, that's that FOMO and that hindsight, and we're saying that we really need to change our language. If we go in and we get 3 pips, that's what we were trying to do, that's what we did, and if that sucker runs another 50 pips, it doesn't matter. We got what we wanted, and we know if we stick to this method, at the end of the day, we're going to have a stack of pips.
And that's all that matters. You know, would it be nice to go and pick up several trades of 50 pips? Sure, it would be. But at the end of the day, what's the most important thing is, are you positive at the end of the day? If you're positive at the end of the day, you will be able to be successful.
So where do you see price going from here, Walmal?
Well, right now, what's interesting is we're only, about 3 pips away from the future pivot, so I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. It just hit the future pivot on my chart anyway, and so I'm not quite sure where it's going to go now. All indication is that everything on my chart is red for the dip right now until you get to the D1 candle and the week candle. So right now, it makes sense. It's going to further drop. Personally, I think it's going to go all the way down to somewhere around at least 1.156 or 1.55. I think that's where it's probably going to go down to and have some type of reaction down there, and that's only because that's where we were earlier in the day. So that's my guesstimate is the next level it's going to drop down to.
Yeah, see, I'm pretty much on the same board, because I'm looking over here at the 1560, between 60 and 70, there's not much. Between 70 to 80, there's not much. And between 80 and 90, there's not much. See, right here, you can see it's congestion and it's pushing up. And it's pushed up out of this level. The last 3 times it got down here, it's pushed up from the 1590 across to 16. And you can, if price drops below 16, you can see it. Like right now, you can see it's crossed above 1610 12 times, but it only closed above it 6 times. So once again, having this, you can see, hey, you know what? It's a 50-50 chance. So if I get above that level, I should just take my pips. Unless something's indicating either by statistics that I should stay in, or if price is just moving my direction, I stay in. And then when it stops, I jump out.
Exactly right. If price action is indicating to stay in, you stay in. But otherwise, you use that as a tool just to say, hey, you know what, it's time to go and pull my money off the table.
So see, right now it just broke right back through 1600. So had you taken that trade, you'd be up about 6 pips right now. And the thing is, you can do all the analyzing you want. It doesn't matter. All that matters is what happens after that trade.
That's exactly right. Now it just broke that level.
Yeah. So, and you can see here on the chart, 21 times out of 38, it closed between. But that doesn't mean this trade is going to close between. It just gives you an indication. But it also, like right here, it crossed above the 1600 14 out of 32 times. And now we're right back below the 90 again. So it crossed above the 90 16 times. And now it's below the 80. It looks like we might be clairvoyant. We might hit that 60-70 level here.
Yeah.
Have you been trading while we've been talking, Walmal? I haven't been.
I have. I've caught 3 trades, so they've all been positive. So I got the one big one, and then I got a 5 pipper and a 4 pipper. So 19 pips, and we've been on the phone here for what, 10 minutes, if that.
Yeah, about 12 minutes into the video. So yeah, so boys and girls and non-binary traders, you can see that there's really very little to it. We're trading at lines, at horizontal lines. We can look at the stats, but you don't even need to look at the stats. You can look at the chart, and it doesn't matter, because once you put the trade on, all you can do is control where you exit. And either you're going to exit with a loss, or you're going to take some pips off the table. And the market, if it smiles upon you, it gives you the opportunity to take pips. But, like earlier in the day, there was a couple times I could have taken 3 pips, I didn't, and it reversed. And I could have taken 3 pips again, and I didn't, and it reversed. And so you have to be really careful, because you're trading with real money. And so take the 3 pips, because if you miss out 3 pips 3 times, that's 9 pips. You'd be happy with a 9 pip trade, so why not be happy with 3 3-pip trades, right, Walmal?
That's exactly right. Take your money. It's your money. Take it. And I want to go and just comment on your comment about statistics. You do the statistics ahead of time. We know that this works based on the statistics. I don't have to look at the statistics anymore until maybe the end of the week or the end of the month. Okay? Right now, all that matters is, what is price doing? Is it crossing that line or not? And if it's crossing that line, we take the trade. And that's where we got to keep. That's what we got to keep in focus.
Yeah, in fact, somebody out there, they posted something about price action the other day, and I asked him to elaborate, and he said, price action, it's what price does. And I just love that. Price action is what price does. I mean, it's so simple, but it's so true. It goes up and down. That's what price does. And it's like you get all these guys, on these forums and videos and stuff, and they try and make it so difficult, so esoteric, so complex, so complicated, so they can look smart, I think. Whereas me, it's just like, I'm not trying to look smart, I'm just trying to take some pips off the table, I'm
just trying to put some bread on the table.
Yeah. Well, that's about it, fellow traders. We're about done with the video time. Walmal, you want to say goodbye?
Sure. guys, just pay attention to what you're doing and just keep it up.
Yeah, and remember, fellow traders, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. And if you're new to the channel, come down here, click subscribe, click like, and copy and share this all over the internet. TheRumpledOne with Walmal signing off.